Hi everybody, it's Emmy and I am back today eating another country. Apologies for any background noise that you may hear. I have a neighbor who's doing some yard work, so ignore that if you happen to hear it. Okay, so back to the subject at hand, which is food, as always. And so I received this package from all the way from Latvia, from Kieran and Karina. Kieran and Karina, thank you guys so much for sending me this great package all the way from Latvia. So let's just get started on these treats. They sent me a nice little note. So even though they sent me my pronunciation, be forewarned, will probably be wrong. But I'm trying and it's fun. So this is called Siesta Siesta. So there it is. Siesta Siesta. Oh, I should also say I'm getting over a cold, so if you hear that, that's just I'm recovering. Siesta Siesta. So apparently that means cheese balls. It smells nice and cheesy, and this is what they look like inside. And they look a lot like the cheese balls that I would find here in the United States. Or even in Japan, cheese balls are quite popular. There's one up close. Nice and yellow and orange and familiar, so let's try it. Here we go. Mmm, that's good. So the texture is exactly the same, kind of light, corn snacky, airy cheese ball, but the flavor is a little bit different. This tastes a little bit more like there's some sort of seasoning in there. A bit more like a consomme or something. But good, I like it. Quite salty, so I think really paired with a drink or paired with some kind of beverage would be really nice. Beautiful packaging. My Poland video, I tried a lot of these kind of smaller, traditional kind of wrapped candies, and that's what this reminds me of. This is called Vitrasputens. Vitrasputens? Oh, they said it's called Thunderbird. That's why there's a picture of a bird on the wrapper. It just looks like a little chocolate bar. It smells like chocolate, so let's taste it. Here we go. Good. Milk chocolatey outside. And in the middle is some kind of, I'm not sure what it is. Kind of reminds me of something like a candy bar. You know, not sticky and caramely, but that kind of level of sweetness. But a flavor that I can't quite place. It's not really vanilla. It's some sort of kind of, the closest I would call it would be something like a rum or something like that, but it's quite good. And that's pretty easy to read, right? Chili nuts. So they don't give a description of these, but I think they're pretty self-explanatory. Ooh, look at these. They remind me of a bit of the German nuts I had. I think they were called picnic, and similar kind of color. This paprika orangey color coating on the outside. And let's try it. Those were not spicy. Let's see if these are. Mmm, great crunch. Good, really good. There's a whole peanut, and outside is covered with a shell. Kind of like a crackery shell. And then outside of that is coated with this flavoring. And the flavoring is savory. Tastes a little bit of I taste a little bit of celery seed in there. It reminds me of Lowry's seasoning salt. Have you guys ever had that? It's an American seasoning salt that people use in burgers and steaks. It tastes a bit like that. Kind of savory, salty, oniony, garlicky powder. But it's not really, I don't taste much of a chili heat at all. A little bit of celery salt, but quite good. I like that a lot. I really especially like the crunch. Fritte, abelu is I guess how you say apple. So I'm curious to see what this looks like. Let's open it and see. Look at this. So you open it. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Look. They're like giant sticks of gum. That's so amazing. So inside there are 7 of these sticks. Let's open it and see. Oh, so cool. Look at that. It looks kind of like a taffy. And it looks, as you can see, it's a little bit soft. And they are scored into 5 different pieces. So you can break them apart. So cool. Like if you twist it, it's like a spine. It's not a spine at all. It's like a DNA helix. Da, 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 da. Look at it. Okay, so I'm going to just tear off a piece. It smells great. It smells like apple. And let's try it. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Mmm, that's good. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. It tastes like artificial apple. Very familiar flavor. The texture is very taffy-like. Very similar to actually like a haichu. Very similar to apple-flavored haichu in both flavor and texture. This is a little bit stickier, but that same kind of soft taffy texture. And the flavor actually is quite accurate to a haichu. The Morinaga haichu, great apple flavor, and I love the packaging. This packaging is incredible. Look at this beautiful bar. Laima. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous candy bar. Do you guys know quince? Quince is a beautiful fruit that has a beautiful smell. You don't really actually eat the pulp, I don't think. It's not a fruit you really eat. I think they make quince jam and stuff. But it has a beautiful smell. It looks a bit like a pear. And of course everybody knows hazelnut, right? Everyone's favorite hazelnut. So inside, this is what the bar looks like. Oh, gorgeous. This is lima. It smells nice and dark chocolatey. Very kind of coffee-like. And this is what it looks like in profile. You can already see the little bits of hazelnut. Mmm. Mmm. That was lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Beautiful dark chocolate. Slightly bitter in the back of your mouth. Nice kind of, not too snappy, not too hard. Nice kind of melty, but very intensely chocolate dark. Oh, I'm sorry, the leaf blower's outside. Ah, you have the hazelnut there that adds a nice little richness to there and a nice crunch. You can kind of taste the quince. It's more of like a smell. And after that appley, it smells kind of, to me it tastes a little bit appley. But mostly it just tastes of chocolate, and the chocolate is delicious. Oh. It's made by the company Fazer, and it's called a geisha bar. Ooh, so it broke already. Fazer. So let's take a little cube. Oh, it smells delicious. It smells delicious and rich and milky. And let's take a bite. Here we go. Mmm. 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 Very interesting. Very interesting contrast to the bitter, sweet chocolate bar that I just had. This is much sweeter, and it has a filling on the inside that's like a, again, like a paste. And it has a little bit of crunchy bits in there, maybe like a Rice Krispies or something. And I can taste some hazelnut and something else. I don't know, but it's good. Pena iris or pina iris. And this reminds me of the name, something again that I had in Poland, the iris kind of candy, but this is much different in shape and in packaging. Here's a block of it. I'm just going to break it into one piece. Ooh. Oh, it smells delicious. It smells like toasted caramel butteriness. So let's try it. Here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Interesting. Similar to krofki that I had in Poland, and similar to some of the other kind of caramels that I had. A little bit crumbly in texture, and very, very, very sweet. It tastes like the level of sweetness of like condensed milk, but a much more caramelized, toasted flavor. but really good. Pina Eats. I hope I said it sort of right. Okay, look at this one. This is called Siesta. Siesta, made by the company Karina. And by the packaging, it looks like it's coconut. Ooh, look at that. So cool. So I've had a lot of these kind of wafer candies in Europe, I've noticed. They seem quite popular, but I've never had one like this. So it's a coated wafer. It looks like a wafer bar, and it's coated in some sort of maybe white chocolate or something, and then topped with coconut flakes on top. Let's try it. Here we go. Mmm. Oh boy. That's good. Really good. So it's got a delicious coconut flavor, and as you heard, there's, I think, maybe 4 layers of wafer there. In between there looks to be some sort of cream, and the whole thing is dipped in this coconut, maybe white chocolate crust, and coconut on top. It's delicious. It reminds me of those wafer cookies that you can buy in those large packs. Sometimes they're Neapolitan, they're chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. But this is better because it's encoded with this coconut chocolate stuff on the outside. So it's extra sweet and just delicious. I think the flavor is much better than those wafer cookies that I was telling you about, because it's coated in that coconut layer. And the level of sweetness isn't overly sweet. It's quite good. I really like it. But very similar to the other chocolate ones that I had. I had one in Poland, I actually had one in Kuwait, and I had one in Germany. So I think they're really internationally quite popular. But I've never had a coconut one. It's great. Siesta. Interesting name too. It almost sounds like Spanish to me. It has a little bear on it. And it's Winnie's. And so I guess it's like a Pooh bear, like Winnie the Pooh. Oh wow, look. I was thinking some sort of, because it's Winnie the Pooh and it's a bear, I was thinking some sort of honey treat. But this is like a chocolate crumbly treat or something. Ah, it smells like coffee. Crazy. Let's try it. Here we go. I'm dying of curiosity. Alright, itadakimasu. Wow. That's totally not what I expected. It's like kind of mocha chocolate, a little bit crumbly in texture, has a little bit of chopped nut in there. But it definitely tastes like coffee. That's crazy. Crazy, because I was expecting totally like Winnie the Pooh, honey bear, bear, thinking maybe some sort of like caramel or something, or, you know, I like it. It's good. But the flavor is surprisingly adult. It feels very grown up for something called Winnie. Amazing. Pergale, dark marzipan, and made by Villanis Pergale. Looks gorgeous. There's several little chunks. So these look like they're going to have marzipan in the middle, and I love almond paste. Mmm. Beautiful dark chocolate. A little bit snappy in texture, but very smooth on your palate. Not at all waxy or brittle. Delicious. And then you have this filling, this marzipan filling. Let's try it separately. It's a very interesting flavor to describe because it tastes like almond, but it tastes like almond, and the only way I can place it is something else, like a liqueur. Like there's something else in there that makes it taste a little bit different. Very different than, say, the almond that I have in the amaretti that I had in my Italian video. That to me tastes like almond extract. This is really different. This is almost more like almond, almost more like rum. You know, it reminds me much of the rum bar that I had in my Italy Eats Part 2. No, Emmy Eats Italy Part 2. I had this, and that came from Germany. And that was a rum bar that I had. and it tastes very similar to that. This has a lot more chocolate, dark chocolate to it. Really good complement together. The bitter, dark chocolate, and then the marzipan. So good. Kieran and Karina, thank you so much. That was so much fun. I've never ever had any food from Latvia before, let alone a bunch of lovely Latvian treats. Thank you guys so much for watching me all the way out in Latvia and for sending me such a lovely, lovely package. It was delightful. Kieran and Karina also have a channel of their own, so I'll put a link down below, so go show them some love. If you want to see some other eating videos, you can go here and check out some other eating videos. And yeah, let me know if you have country requests. I can't eat the countries until I get them, so I may not be able to do them, but you can go to my country playlist, Emmy Eats playlist, and you can watch them all if you want to have an Emmy Eats marathon or something and really kind of torture yourself. You can go there and check those out. So thanks as always for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, bye.